Hello and welcome to another episode of Respect the Crait. I'm Ian Duncan, your host and game master, and joined by two very hot people, both in temperature and in looks.
Oh.
First we have the downright glowing Jamie Lee-Bonés. Jamie.
I really thought you were going to say Alex. The downright glowing Alex Herrera.
I don't glow. No.
Not anymore.
No.
Hi there, I'm Jamie Bonez, and I will be playing Lorna, or Elo, the modified medical droid.
And sitting across from me, the absolutely smoldering Alex Herrera.
Oversell. Hi, I'm Alex Herrera, and I'll be playing Beegax Botano, the Doug Slicer. Slicer as in I hack, not Splicer. I'm going to say this every time.
It's going to be your...
But I'm not making...
Own it.
I'm not making the Batman Beyond reference this time.
All right, well, let's hit the throttle thingy.
I hope this episode comes
I'm
after.
not going to let...
I really do.
That down.
And jump into Lightspeed. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Episode 6, Ambush in the Asteroids. Leaving Bothawui behind, Beegax and Elo have finally arrived at their destination, the remote world of Socorro in the Outer Rim, a system at the edge of the Empire and the boundaries of uncharted wild space. The intrepid fringers plot their next move now that the seemingly unstoppable bounty hunter is finally defeated. Or is he? Just kidding, he's definitely dead! Beegax grievously searches for a communication signal from his lost friend Chai to reconnect with the eager technician, while Elo looks to find the Bothan Gertute and obtain closure for their deceased former master. Approaching the system's perilous asteroid belt, Beegax and Elo consider the treacherous astral terrain between them and the planet Socorro.
The camera pans down on to a lone ship, the Way, flying slowly towards a dusty-looking planet, rimmed by an enormous red star at the center of this quadrant of space. An immense asteroid belt spins chunks of rock, ice, and debris ahead of this ship. And it makes one wonder just how many unlucky ships have been lost to this dangerous terrain at the edge of the Empire. We cut in to the cockpit from this field of stars to see a Doug sitting in the pilot's chair and a lonely communication light blinking on this screen.
I'm going to say that after some time, he got antsy and went to get his gear and brought it to the... Because, I mean, I'm going to be the pilot, so I'll just make room, like, probably move some knickknacks carefully, because I understand how valuable they are to Elo, somewhere else, and put the deck kind of, like, on this, like, whatever empty, like, desk shelf or whatever's in the cockpit that I can use. Have it open, so use that as the... checking for whatever signals may be around. I probably would plug it into like the communication systems at minimum.
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
And I take it I don't get anything.
There's nothing.
No message, yeah. Because I can't scan all of the outer rim from where I am.
Right.
Socorro is the name of the planet.
Socorro.
Okay.
This is Socorro. The name of the system is Socorro. The name of the planet is Socorro. The name of the star is Socorro.
Socorro.
Yeah. Not that you need that, but...
Now, obviously, we have to get through the asteroid field. So this is going to take some piloting. Before Beegax fathoms flying through this fucking thing, he's going to go look for... he'll message the med bay through the intercom system. Hey, Elo, you read me?
Elo is on their hands and knees scrubbing Trandoshan blood off of the medbay floor and is just going to pipe out, "Yes, loud and clear."
First of all, Jamie, it's not a lot of blood. I get cauterized, but You want to be dramatic? That's fine.
Not from your shot, but the slug. There's definitely like blood.
Oh
leaking
yeah, I
out.
forgot. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
And
I retract my snarkiness.
to paint the scene, a dead Trandoshan. Still, it's not cuffed. It's
Or strained.
Yeah, they're called
Bound.
something. Binders.
Binders.
Yeah, I think is what they're called in Star Wars.
Peaky Binders.
Yeah, please.
I would think maybe being that Elo is trying to clean up, they would have wrapped the Trandoshan in some sheet and it's dead now. Like, he's dead. So we got to get rid of this body at some point. So sort of like the equivalent of rolling it up in a rug and putting it over in the corner as Elo tries to clean up the evidence.
Clean up the evidence.
Well, no, I guess it's evidence. But after he gets the message back from Elo, he's going to reply, well, you better strap yourself in. You're going to have some dangerous flying coming up.
Roger that. And Elo will get up and sit down in whatever seat that I assume they probably in each room have these like seat belted seats for whenever we're going to be having turbulence.
You definitely have those. Those would
Yeah.
be up in the cockpit.
Okay,
yeah,
then-
probably not here in the med bay. I mean, there's probably straps on the table or whatever, but
Well, then Elo would probably just lock up the med bay and head towards the cockpit to seatbelt up.
and you can see out the windshield, just these like floating asteroid belt and Socorro out in the distance and its sun and everything like that.
Yeah, Beegax straps in. Kind of cracks his knuckles again. Like, we really got to invest in pilot in school or something. I can't keep doing this either. Grabs the wheel, or I guess it's a wheel. Starts inputting, basically like get ready for manual controls. The sequence. Here we go. And I will navigate us. I will pilot us through these asteroids.
Yeah, you fucking will.
With our one light side point that we have. Oh my god.
Come on, baby.
I'm not using that.
Now, are you going? Describe to me how you're doing this. This pilot. Like, what's your approach through here?
So I would assume, he learned the basics. He knows Navi computer can normally get you through the most basic of basic asteroid fields. Not a problem. Plot the course, easy. This one doesn't look as easy. This is, from the way you describe it, I assume it's way massive. You can't fly up. You can't guide around it. It doesn't make sense. It's not logistically plausible. Going through it's the fastest, and it's pretty much one of the only routes. So he's going to have to do, using the computer for like, almost like having bumpers on the side of a bowling alley, right? Where it's like, hey, the big bodies, the bigger rocks, the computer is going to, hey, watch out for these. But the smaller ones, it's going to be either I'm going to fly through them or we're going to hit them. Like, there's no way around it. He's never flown any of like the YT model, like forget their freighters, YT freighters.
Okay.
He's never flown these guys. He's not used to cockpit being off center. So that's going to be a little taxing for him. But that's why he's using the Navi computer for the bigger rocks. Like, okay, this will help me.
Is it like a slow approach?
Oh,
or is
definitely.
it-
Yeah. He's going to
okay.
take it careful. He's going to take it carefully. So as much as it pains him because he's used to like the high octane, fast, pod racing, he's fighting against his nature for this.
I love it.
So go ahead and make a piloting check for me. This is going to be, we'll say you're going at like a speed of 1. And the silhouette of your ship is 4, right?
Yeah. I also read up on piloting.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's going to be 1 purple, 1 red.
Can always use our light side.
No. Too early. Because then he's going to have all 3.
That's true.
What happens when you have all of them again?
Nothing. I just have them.
Then we're at his mercy then. All right, I'm gonna go. So Beegax begins.
You know what happens when I'm like racking my brain of like, how am I going to spend these so that we can keep using them? That's what happens.
Beegax begins piloting slowly, carefully. Nothing. Moot.
Oh, just a wash.
Wash.
No advantages,
Complete
no threats.
wash.
Okay.
We're just like baby crawling through this.
Yeah,
ice.
I would. That sounds like it's slow going.
Yeah, it's like you're like going through this field and it's just like dink, dink,
God damn.
dunk. And like smaller bits of rock are like hitting against the hull of the ship, and you can hear them. You're trying to go real slow, but the tension of it, of trying to get through this, is just not something Beegax is used to, and like hits it like a bigger one, the wing of it, like, and it's just sort of like bumping around slowly. And each time one of these things hit, you can hear it reverberate in the hull, even if it's small. Like it just makes a big noise, and it's just like.
It's like when a teen's trying to learn how to drive. It's like,
yeah. And the fuel economy of this is not good. Yeah, you're just kind of like eating into the gas.
But we're gonna. I had in my head, I already knew we're gonna need to refuel again.
Yeah.
I already. First of all, somebody. Oh, I don't know. I didn't
don't know about
I didn't know that we had an accident.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know.
You don't know about that
So
yet.
yeah, I would say like as you describe, I look at the fuel and I'm like, okay, we're at half. What? Like, and he'll look at, oh, hey, what happened to the fuel?
It seems that we acquired some damage on our way off Bothawui.
What kind of damage?
Elo is going to leave a long, pregnant pause. I crashed the ship, okay? I crashed the Griffin ship.
Okay, yeah, okay. At least you're honest about it. I can depend on that, I guess. Well, you're buying the next refill then.
Fine.
You guys continue through this field going slow, and then suddenly several objects appear on your sensors.
Ah, boy. What is it?
A large skip ray blast boat comes into view from behind one of these bigger asteroids. It's slightly larger than the Way and way meaner looking.
Yeah, it's called a blast boat, first of all.
It appears to be cobbled together from rusted pieces of other ships, like a patchwork piece, kind of like Elo, but this is welded together. This is like a misshapen monstrosity, and it has like metal poking out angrily from some of its seams from this unskilled construction. There's an image of a skull with a horn sort of askew, painted or emblazoned menacingly on its hull, and it births two smaller ships, the other things that you see on your sensor, and now they come into view, buzzing to life around this bigger ship like wasps.
Beegax is gonna immediately turn his head to Elo and say, "Hey, get on the guns."
Elo will do so. Where are they, though? They're not in here, are they?
If you'll look on your ship, you have ventral and dorsal guns. Boop, boop. Yep, top and bottom, kind of exactly like the Millennium Falcon.
Dude, the top ones is the ones that when I'm telling you to go to the guns,
Yep.
I'll be pointing upwards.
Okay.
And they're accessed from the center of the ship.
Where the grenade blew up.
Yeah, you can. Well, you can go in. Yeah, you can go in, and there's sort of like a corridor, or I'm sorry, a tube that has access up and down that you sort of get into these little gunnery bays. In fact, you can tell me what it looks like, these little like bays for guns.
Elo is going to step into this sort of cylinder that's going to push her up into this gunnery area. And it's basically just this bubble that you can see everything. And she's got this sort of steering wheel that has two little buttons to fire, but she has full 360 view and can sort of like turn behind, and it's like fully rotating. She's going to radio down to the cockpit. I'm set and in position.
Wait for my signal. Don't shoot yet.
You can both roll me perception checks.
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Yeah, you're
Should
welcome
I really?
to. You can both fail me some perception checks.
What was the difficulty?
We'll call it average. So
It's the same. I'm average at perception.
One advantage.
Sweet. Oh, that is all. But I don't know if you can see.
Ooh.
But I got the worst side of both
baby.
dice. One advantage, two failures.
All you're able to see is the number of these ships, and then that sort of symbol that's just sort of like messily painted.
How many smaller ships are there?
2, and then this bigger sort of ship, and then Beegax, suddenly there is a communication hail. It blinks and trills on the console of the way in front of you.
He'll just like put his head back, kind of pursing his lips, close his eyes like it's paining him, flicks it on. Ding. This is Captain Durgo of the Grey Wing.
And before you, there's a hollow. It's actually a hollow projection.
Great, yeah.
A hollow projection, sort of like a bust of a really, just kind of ugly Devorian male.
What are the Devorians again?
So the Devorians are like basically devil-looking people. They're a race of aliens that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Their males at least have big horns sticking out that basically make them look like devils. And this ugly Devorian grins at you. One of the horns is twisted away from his flesh asymmetrically and seems to pull the skin around it with on his left side, drawing his eye and his mouth into a snarl. Hello, you are about to be boarded by Captain Divrek Neminox and the crew of the Crooked Horn. Lucky you! Please prepare your ship by shutting down and we will dock. Or don't! And we will gladly blast you out of the asteroid belt. Either way, prepare to be boarded.
Sounds like fun, Divrek, but I got other plans. See you in hell. Turn it off. And then he'll immediately communicate to Elo. Open fire! Shoot the little ones! Shoot the little ones! And then I'm gonna, if I can, do an action.
Let's start by rolling
initiative.
some initiative, yeah.
And it's successes?
Oh, fuck, fuck.
Yes, it goes off of how many successes you have.
Wunt.
3,
Vun.
1. I need 2 more yellow.
Oh my god. They are
That
fast.
seems a little.
That's very excessive. I don't like this.
So it's going to go PC, NPC, PC, NPC.
I'm going to jump into hyperspace into the ship and kill us all, like in the movie. No.
That is up to
Great
you.
game,
No.
guys.
Yeah.
Great game.
That was a great story.
So much fun.
Game over. System strain 18.
Divrek.
All right. She's got some. She's got some guts.
She's got some guts.
All right. Well, we're going to boost shields. To boost shields, suffer 1 system strain. On a success, increase the defense in one zone by 1 for 1 round per success. It's a mechanics hard. I see 3 diamonds in there. And my mechanics is rank 1. So it's not totally impossible, but it's going to be tough. Oh no, 1 failure. So after telling Elo to open fire, he's going to immediately start flicking some switches on there, and he's trying to remember some basic things he learned in the Imperial boot camp in the academy, piloting, the small lessons of piloting that he did receive.
Did he receive for
I think
slicers and stuff?
There's probably some sort of course book, and they're like, you don't have to read this, don't worry about this, you're focused on this.
Yeah.
And he probably just went ahead and was like, oh, this is like when you read ahead in like a textbook.
Yeah,
in school,
yeah,
you're reading
yeah.
ahead, and you're like, and there's just we're never gonna get to that part. Don't worry about that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so he's going to try and do that. And as he's doing it, he realizes that the systems on the Imperial ships are much different than that of a YT, a Corellian freighter. And so it doesn't end up doing anything. He's just like... Okay, well, that didn't work. And for my maneuver, I would like to increase my speed. We're at speed 1.
Yes.
And to get to 2 cost...
Should just cost 1 maneuver.
Yeah, unless I want to go to medium range, right?
Yeah.
Are we engaged?
No, you're not engaged at the moment with them. They are within medium range from you.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know what? I think we got to get close to the big guy.
I love this.
I feel like that's the only way, because
If
they're
you
also
want to lay down fire, getting close is what you'll have to do.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I think those little ones are gonna take some time to engage. So he'll try and move close. So he'll start moving it manual control fully. The Navi computer's probably giving him alerts like, oh, boop, 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 and he's just ignoring them completely. And he's kind of just gritting his teeth as he flies the ship kind of tilted in towards this. What did you call it? You called it a blast boat.
Skip Ray Blast Boat.
Blast
yeah.
boat. This is what a fucking name, dude. Blast boat.
And it looks nasty too. It looks like it's part Skip Ray Blast Boat, part that. Oh, you know what it is? Is as you fly closer to it, you definitely see like a YT 2400 piece on it just welded into the side somewhere.
We need that.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh boy.
Beegax throwing caution to the wind almost, caution to the asteroid as it will, speeds up and starts like flying through this asteroid field. Ting, ting, ting. Now those rocks are like hitting at a faster pace. Elo, up top the gunnery bay, you can see all of this, and they're just like flying by as these two other ships start to make their way. The skip ray blast boat is moving sort of slow, but these other sleeker fighters, they seem to be coming at a much faster pace and coming right at you. And the thing you notice about them is they almost look brand new. They're like shiny, and their design is way different than this monstrosity like put together. They have like a sleek design to them that seems consistent.
They bought these.
And they're going to fly from short range now that you have closed the distance a little bit and into close range, and fire some weapons at you.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming you tried to like put the shields up in front because you were going to be heading.
That was the idea.
Yeah,
I wanted to boost them up front.
Yeah. Now you still do have shields up in front.
One.
Yeah. So that'll be one black die.
It's like everything. Oh, you have this, but one. Oh, you
Just
make
be real fast.
you hit him with the swoop, but 1 damage.
Yeah. Oh, you ran him over,
But just one.
He's still alive though. Oh, you shot him with the blaster at close range.
Hey,
But
So
he's
that means
alive,
he's still alive.
bleeding in the med bay.
he's a tough motherfucker.
I
But
guess
you
so.
got it. You
Fuck.
got him in the end.
He's a dead motherfucker.
He's a
now.
dead motherfucker. Mother Criffer.
Oh, please, God, don't let this be too many successes, please.
All right. So
Last side point, Ian rolls nothing. No.
this is attack the first. Success with 1 threat. That is going to be 7 damage.
Oh my God, these boys aren't playing around. Ooh. Okay, so we take 3 to the hole. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, we're in okay shape. Mm-hmm. We're not. It's not the worst, but there's definitely we're gonna have to take it into the shop. Hopefully, you have Geico.
So that's those two little ships. They come in, firing laser at the front of your hull. Little bits of asteroid are exploding off around you. Laser is firing in front of Elo, and it connects, some of it going through the front shields of this ship.
So because it's only like 3 damage, I visualize like scarring and like some plates probably like just torched off.
Yeah, some carbon scoring, if you will. Elo, it is a PC slot.
All right. So they're coming up from in front of us.
You
so,
guys are heading.
Okay.
Yeah, dogfighting.
But we're moving forward. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Elo is going to use my maneuver to aim.
So add a blue die to your...
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll fire these turrets at one of the smaller ships, preferably the closer one.
They're both close now.
What's your gunnery? Is it more than 3?
Definitely not.
More than 2 at least?
Definitely not.
You're a robot.
Okay, I have 3.
We're going people shopping if we get out of this.
We are definitely
We're going
people shopping.
NPC shopping.
So I've got 3 green, 1 blue, and 2 purples.
Yeah, and 1 black die.
Well, they don't make ships the way that they used to, you know. I'm just saying.
They don't make
And one
Cadillacs
black.
like they used to make
Got it.
them. You know what I'm saying? Used to have.
And I only get 1 maneuver, yeah?
You
Yes.
can have another maneuver
At the cost of
some strain.
personal strain?
I want to do that. But how much strain do I take?
It's 2 strain.
2 strain for maneuver. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. This is great.
This better hit.
Don't look at me. I'm not the one who's in the gunner.
No, I'm saying it better hit.
Yeah, you're right.
It better. If it doesn't, then we're screwed again. Though I always feel like that. I feel like Beegax and Elo always get in these situations where it's like, what the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah. Why am I doing this?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is what makes a good Star Wars story.
Okay, I'm doing it.
All right.
Pew pew.
That looks good.
It does. Disadvantage and advantage, or threat and advantage, cancels out, but it's 1 success.
So that is your base damage of the guns plus that 1
Okay.
success.
Which is 6 plus 1 side.
So yeah, just give me a short description of firing this turret at this ship.
So I picture, like, because I wanted this turret to be fully rotational, I picture when they're aiming, it's just like a quick jolting action back and forth of like woo, 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 of sideways to like really aim in on this. And Elo will finally lock in on one of these fighter ships, and we'll just unload these turrets onto it. Pew, 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 pew.
imagine like they are flying and are sweeping past you, and the turret is moving along with them, catching one of them with just peppered with laser turret fire
just
against
like a
their
big
side.
swift motion.
Yeah. Next up is an NPC slot. So you see something come from this bigger ship. There is a concussive blast, and something comes flying towards the way as you're moving closer to it. And this is still within. This is from short range.
Yeah.
Where did we put that freaking gun again?
It's in
The
the
disruptor?
It's in the medical.
We might need
med
that
bay.
if we get boarded.
If we get boarded, yeah. Oh man, I don't want to get boarded tonight.
2 successes and 3 advantages.
Whoa.
That was a good roll. Something comes flying at you, and it's not laser. It looks like some kind of missile.
Oh god.
Elo, you see this first as it comes slamming into the side of your shields and explodes around it, creating almost a fireball instantly that burns its way around the ship. That is 8 damage,
Soaked up by 4, so 4 damage.
but it has a breach of 4, so 4 make it through no matter
so
what.
8. So 8 flat.
Like 4 are going through anyway, and then you would soak up the rest.
Okay, so just 4 flat.
Yeah, so just 4.
All right, we're still okay-ish.
We gotta get out of here now.
Yeah, we need to. We can take one more of those, possible.
Okay.
Like, we're at 18.
Well, and
For
if,
now.
yeah, and if your hull is damaged, I mean, your ship stops
die,
functioning.
yeah, we die.
You are dead in the water.
That's the main.
as they
That's
say.
the main.
I mean,
system
I
for
don't
that.
need to breathe, but
Sure, thank you. Yeah. Good luck floating out here.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, good luck.
And then it is a PC slot.
All right.
Do you communicate with each other at all?
I would just tell her, like, hey, keep it up. I'd tell them, sorry. Keep it up. Don't let up. And then just take my finger off the thing and be like, oh, we're going to die.
Ella will radio back and just say, "Will do. It'd be nice if you could jump in at some point."
He's just like gritting his teeth.
And you just hear her like smashing these buttons on the other side.
Click, click, click.
Immediately in his head, we're definitely hiring somebody. Okay, so for the actions, I'm going to try to boost shields again.
You got it.
The mechanics.
In the front, right? You're moving all your shields up to the
Yes,
front.
because, well, those guys are flying at us still, right?
The smaller ones are behind you, coming around as you make your way towards
You know what?
the skip rate.
I'm going to try and slice enemy systems instead.
Okay.
I'm going to try and slice the big
Cool.
guy shit.
Okay.
That's my action, though. So maneuvers is the movement. Slicing is the action. So
Yes.
you only get one of these, and I get one of them. Okay. So that's 2 yellows and 1 green against 3 purples, unless otherwise stated.
What are you trying to slice?
So I would say using the onboard computers, because that's what this is denoting. I would say I'm trying to turn off their weapons. If I get a triumph, I can turn off their weapons.
cool. I
That's
love
really
it.
cool.
So Beegax is basically flying it, and then just like it clicks. He's like onboard systems, and he sees like a really the ship's sensors take a really rudimentary diagram of the ship in front. Nothing that gives me information, but he's just like, all right, okay, yeah, this thing's kind of crappy. Starts clicking away. It's almost like interfering with Wi-Fi, or just like trying to switch networks, and it's just continually disconnecting. He's trying to get through different like access points, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, flip me a dark side point and upgrade one of those purples to a red.
Oh
Shit. I got a triumph.
Oh, you did.
So 2 disadvantage.
That's very good.
and 1 extra failure and 1 extra disadvantage. But I have a triumph.
That's a crit, and we respect the crit. Yeah. So I would say, even though that's a failure, I'm gonna say that's you locate their weapons system, and you're able to shut it off for 1 round on the big ship. Is what you're trying to.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Beegax quickly sees like different connections, failure, and he's just like, "Come on, you piece of crap!" And one of them goes through green, and it brings up the readings for the weapon system, and he just hits like whatever buttons execute. And it's this really rudimentary slicing program that he just built. Super simple, just like, hey, you're not activated. Cool off for a second. The missile system or whatever the hell that thing was, just like, oh yeah, sure, you're right. Poof, shuts off.
Yeah, it's like spooling up for another thing, and you're like, cool out.
Yeah. And so that's my action. My maneuver is to, of course, go speed. I guess the planet. The way I'm envisioning it is it's in between us and the planet.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna My strategy is fly at it, go down under it, and then they will have a clear shot above, and then we're gonna pass by. So I'm gonna move closer to the blast boat.
You're using a maneuver to go one range band closer to get in close with the skip rate blast boat. Got it. And you are going at speed 2. Roll me a piloting check.
Oh boy.
That will be 2 red.
2 red?
2 red, yeah.
What in the hell? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So, 2 success, 1 threat, 1 despair.
Oh no.
That's the first despair
That's
we
the
have
first
rolled.
despair we rolled.
That's
yeah.
the first despair.
Oh my goodness.
And that's a critical
Episode 6,
failure.
first despair.
It's not even against the bounty hunter. It's against this like chump space pirate.
Critical miss. Well, we got to respect that crit too.
Damn. That's
That's the worst one.
the same coin, opposite sides.
A triumph and a despair right back to back.
No.
As you are flying at the skip ray blast boat, you hit a large asteroid that
Damn,
just
Navi computer.
scrapes along the hull, and you take 2 hull damage.
No, I didn't count on that. We need an astromech also, by the way. We're buying an arm.
We need a whole
We need a whole crew. Yeah, we need to get a crew. All right, well.
Elo radios down. What the criff are you doing down there?
Everything's fine here. Situation normal. Everything's okay. How are you?
Excellent. I love lying to your own crewmate.
And like I know what side got scratched and everything, and I'm just like, ugh.
So this is an NPC slot. These are the smaller fighters. They are going to use maneuvers to come back around. They are now like coming back around to your sides, peppering you with laser fire.
They're the ones that we can't take too many hits from.
Well, here comes one.
Yeah, here comes one.
Here comes one, honey.
Here comes one. Here comes the lasers.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
And you've got 1 shield up on your
Yes, sir.
back right now. Okay, cool.
They are shooting our 4 defenses, which I would have loved to boost up, but
No, they're shooting you from the back.
oh, we have one back there as well.
We've got one
Yeah.
back there. Okay, cool.
Aft defense, 1.
2 successes and 1 disadvantage.
Disadvantage is the ship blows up.
Their ship blows
Their ship
up,
blows
yeah.
up. Oh no, it's overheating.
They fly into a meteor.
That would be nice.
That would be cool.
These guys are better pilots than the Imperial pilots from the movies.
So I'm going to say what happens here is they are like moving through, and the asteroid that you glanced off of, like it smashes into you, but it goes hurling backwards as they're coming at it. So their threat is having to maneuver out of the way of this thing, and they are going to drop down a speed from chasing you, but they are going
They're gonna get the shot off.
They are going to get the shot off, and that is going to be 8 damage.
So 4 because of our armor. Okay,
Correct.
Yeah, now we're in trouble.
Okay.
Now we can't take a missile, and we can't. I'm gonna radio that. So after that blast hits, I'm assuming these are lasers, right?
Yeah, these are lasers.
So they go through the shield, and I'm sure Elo saw them kind of go through. I would say one kind of scars that top, like the cockpit hole, right? Like that section on the side is, and I can hear like sizzling in bits, kind of just fly off. And I'm gonna radio, hey, just to let you know, we can't take any more hits like that. We could for a little bit, but not anymore. So be a little more accurate if you can, please.
Is it my turn?
Hello. It is a PC slot.
Okay.
Your retort.
Elo, honestly, is probably to the point of... She just wants to get these little gnats these like little buggy ships out of the equation here. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I did last time. I'm gonna take the strain, I'm gonna aim, and I'm gonna shoot these guys.
And you have a black die as well.
I don't want it though.
What the criff, dude?
With the crit, man.
Flip one of those points. This asteroid is in the way as well now.
So the board is light side now. Don't use anything ever.
So I do another.
He's gonna keep doing this.
You're upgrading a purple?
I'm upgrading one purple to a red. Yes.
Oh my
How I
god.
thought I was gonna do that. Should I upgrade a die?
I mean, you can because he gave us.
I feel bad. I'm using all of our.
No. He
light
gave
side
us
points.
3.
All right, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Boom, baby. Give me this
is how
one.
the game is played.
Pew! 2 successes and 2 disadvantages. 2 threats.
We're gonna hit by a rock.
So you hit it. Boo, boo, boo! These gun turrets. We're gonna cut that sound.
Leave it in.
Come firing out, and some of them go off onto this asteroid, creating like chunks of rock and ice, exploding out dramatically as these ships, one of them taking full force your laser fire, and it begins to smoke and spark. And the other one flies through this smoke as well. They are slowed down because of this obstacle, but they are still in the air, though one of them does not look like it can take much more.
Just like us.
How was that?
That was pretty good. Yeah, but it's still flying. So we come on, more of that, please.
Scrag and Sleemo.
You forgot to push the button off, so I heard that.
That's right. I forgot to push the button off.
Wait.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay. Well, over and out.
Now it is an NPC
And his
slot,
weapons don't work.
and the weapons don't.
He's gonna ram us with those spikes.
work.
He's gonna run right into or get stuck
These
on
like
a thing.
bumper cars.
If we get hit, oh my god, we cannot. No. This asteroid did
honey.
what? 4 damage? The asteroid did?
Let's not.
What's it doing? Nothing, because I see all these failures.
Probably nothing. Oh, no.
Nothing.
No. That is just one success.
So we have to prioritize.
We're gonna get boarded.
Then we disrupt them with the disruptor rifle.
Yeah. Just like waiting there at the cargo door.
No, they're gonna come in like through the roof or something. They're not gonna care about a door. They're gonna make their own door.
Where's that swoop bank again?
Just ram right in them.
You actually can't. There's nothing visual that happens here, but no weapons seem to be coming at you. Nothing is fired from it. They are on a steady course, coming at you as if the 2 ships are about to collide.
I knew it. I knew.
Touch tips.
They're gonna like ram our tip.
And just these like pointed bits of metal from all kinds of like strange angles from these parts of these ships are sticking out from it.
I feel like they've encountered someone like me before who's tried to do this.
It is now a PC slot.
Okay, first things first. How are we looking? So I'm gonna try and do damage control
Okay.
for my action.
Cool.
And
So
that
that's
is
a-
mechanics.
yeah.
Oh baby. So Beegax is typing feverishly on the system computers again, but this time within the specifications of the computer itself. Nothing crazy. Oh, that's not good at all.
Okay,
so I
so
have
that's good.
2 advantage,
2 advantage.
which means I can repair. No, I can't do anything. Nothing gets repaired.
But you get 2 advantage.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to repair it, and then it's just like, all these error codes come up, and they're like, this criffin piece of junk.
There's hull breach
Yeah, I see it.
in there a little bit. Like oxygen it's like life support is leaking a little bit, and fuel is leaking a little bit.
Great, again.
You can spend your advantage to regain or recover strain
Yes,
if you wanted to do that.
Right now?
but I don't think you've lost any system strain, have you?
No, that's the one thing we haven't
Oh.
touched. You have.
Yeah.
When the 2 little baby boats come back around, will they be attacking us from the back or the front? Am I able to ask that question?
They'll be from the back because they had to slow down.
Then I'm gonna angle deflector shields to point from our front shields to our back, so we have 2 shields in the back.
Gotcha.
That's my maneuver. I'm gonna put system strain 2, so we're at 16, and I'm gonna use a second maneuver to. When we get close enough, I'm gonna lose the game of chicken and go down. I'm gonna do evasive maneuvers. And then attack, but attacks would also increase by the difficulty of 1 also.
Attacks to our ship.
And from, because I'm flying
and
erratically.
from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So aim, again, would be probably... So I'm going to... Hey, I'm going to go on the radio. I'm taking her in. Be steady. I don't know how to say it. Like, Beegax has no idea how to say, like, I'm about to fly crazy. We're taking that dive.
I think what happens then is this big ship sees you like take this dip and dive, and it's going to try and maneuver around, like maneuver position itself in a way to be able to still attack.
Yeah.
Even though you're like dipping and diving and going underneath, it's going to like start to tip over to be able to try and attack.
Oh, there's another one of those missiles, isn't it? Oh boy, oh boy.
Here we go. Oh, despair.
Yes!
Yes! Oh my god.
Missile blows up, everybody on board dies.
It's 1 advantage, awash, and despair.
The way, she's a beaut.
Yes.
She's a beaut in her own way.
The missile like slides out of this tube, and again, and that's exactly what it is. It's another one of these missiles sliding out rather than laser. But this is a critical miss, and we gotta respect the crit.
3 times.
And I am going to leave
Crazy.
this despair in your hands.
What do you want to do?
Hear me out.
You got something.
I got something. What if it's because despair's really bad, right?
Despair
Yeah.
is very bad.
What if, because he's tilting and those 2 smaller ships were behind us now,
I love it. Do
what
it.
if they hit one of the other ships?
The healthy one, preferably.
The healthy one with this BAMF missile.
I like it.
Okay.
That's very good.
Great.
It's gonna be in your hands if you miss. Just saying.
I think it might be this, and hear me out.
Liar.
I think I think this ship makes, like, you make this crazy move and it tries to adopt a tilt to correct for that, and in doing so the ships chasing you are not able to move out of the way in time, at least not one of them, and one of these fighters goes careening into the skipbray blast boat, exploding against the hull of this larger ship
I like
and
that.
taking one of them out.
Because there's damage to the big guy too, so I enjoy it. That missile just flies out somewhere else. That missile's still out there.
So good.
It is PC turn. Elo, I believe, is
yeah.
up next.
And
Yeah.
it's going to be a harder shot now, I'm sorry. But that's how we're going to get away from this thing.
Okay.
By the way, we have taken 2 system strain. So
Okay.
our once unflawed systems are at 16 instead of 18.
I don't know if I want to
Also,
take any more.
report on the whole, we're at 12 out of 25. Just FYI.
I guess I'll just do the same thing again. I'm gonna risk it and take the same strain, the same personal strain, and hope
So what
that
are you
I
at
can
now?
regain it later.
8?
I have 7,
Oh, that's not bad. You'll be
but
okay.
this will be the last time that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
aim, I think. And I have to increase the difficulty. So I've got my 2 blue, 3 greens, 1 purple, and then the upgraded purple to a red because of your thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you have a black for their defenses.
And a black for their defenses.
I see a despair.
Oh,
Do you?
no.
Do you?
That's
That's
despair.
despair.
Oh, no.
Come the
That's
fuck
the
on.
Oh, man.
Come on. So, I mean,
The
that-
gun breaks.
What's
for
the rest
sure.
of it?
3 successes and
Oh.
1 threat.
Nice. Well, I mean, you hit it,
Yeah.
but something bad is about to happen.
Some bad gonna hurt me.
And it's something real bad because it's despair.
There's
That's the
despair.
4th one. Go ahead. Give us a line, Ian.
There's so
What's the
many.
line?
That is our critical miss, and we gotta respect the crit.
By chance, how many despairs has that been?
Oh my
I think
gosh,
there's been 3 despairs,
Three?
right? That's
We had
3
1
despairs,
triumph
1
and 3
triumph. Yeah.
despairs.
That's 4 crits we gotta respect. That's a lot of respecting.
That's a lot of respect.
Second.
But that's like 3 sad respecting.
That's true. I like the idea of the gun.
Damn it! I should have kept my
Blowing
mouth. I
up.
should have kept my
Okay.
mouth shut.
That is good.
It's good.
That's what I love.
But I still hit it, and
you
but
still
it just
hit
blow
it.
up after.
3 successes,
It's just
right?
blow up after.
3 seconds.
Yeah. So give me
blows
that.
up
Give me
after.
that damage.
Maybe it's that because Elo has been on fire with hitting these things. So maybe it's that this gun has just been consistently just plowing these ships with fire, and it overheats
Yeah.
and just shuts down. And Elo's trying to still fire, and she hits this ship just before the turret shuts down and it's just overheated and like steam's
And
coming all off of
we
it and
both don't know
everything.
how to fix this thing.
I
now.
love it. Yeah, weapons go out.
Weapons
and
go
they,
out.
They just stop after this hit.
And so it would be 9 damage.
Oh, lovely.
And Elo's gonna radio down to Beegax and say, "The turret's down. Weapons are malfunctioned."
Go to the bottom ones. Go to the bottom ones. And then you hear like he's panicking to hit the button again because he's doing the evasive maneuvers. So it's like someone trying to hang up their cell phone. Crap.
And so yeah, I suppose Elo would then leave and head towards the other turret on the bottom of the
Just gotta-
ship.
You've been spinning around in this turret at the top, and then you you can see the guns overheat, and there's like red across the board. Boop, 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 boop. And you just see them going from a firing position lower down back into a rest position, and you guys are flying like around the bottom of this ship as it's like tilting around and an explosion's going off. Asteroids flying everywhere. Let's go to an NPC.
Oh no, this little bozo's gonna shoot us again.
They're gonna move into range now because they are having to like get into range with
Sure.
you in order to do this. They have dropped behind, so that is what they're gonna have to do.
I have 2 shields back there now.
Great. That's a wash and 2 advantages. So they fire, and I think they're like firing through the explosion of this ship hitting the hull.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And so the it just like misses you through this smoke and debris as it heads its way towards you.
You see them like fly through the flames.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever ships these are, I don't like them.
And it is to a PC slot.
I'm gonna boost shields. 1 success and 2 disadvantage.
I'm gonna impose because they got some advantage. So I'm gonna impose a black die on your roll there.
So for my 1 success.
Yeah.
Blank.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Bye.
All right. So for flavor, tell me if I have to do this or not. I'm gonna fly upside down so that she can. It's basically as if our guns are now on the upper side. I don't know how that works.
I love it.
Okay. So I'm flying upside down. So whatever. If I take a piloting maneuver,
I want you to do a piloting
Yeah,
check. Yeah,
okay.
and you're at speed 2, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little hard.
It's it'll be 2 reds.
2 reds. I'm taking 1
Do
straight
it.
to a yellow.
Oh, this is the moment you use them too. Those
Yeah.
like crazy.
We're using a light side point. Gotta get one of them.
2 successes, 1 disadvantage.
Yeah, so describe how you flip this. Like it's sort of like that Rey moment when she's coming out in Force Awakens, but the guns are stalled, so she's gotta like pilot the ship in order to give Finn a clear shot. So that's exactly what happens.
Except in this case, 1 gun is completely useless, and the bottom one is on the bottom. So Beegax, he's gonna think in his head like, okay, they need a clear shot, and he's gonna even just turn the controls so that the ship goes 180, and now the ventral and dorsal guns have flipped positions essentially while moving at that speed. And then as I'm upside down and I know that Elo has a clear shot, Beegax is gonna try and use his engineering know-how to type upside down. Like, the success happens because of his extra limbs. Like he's able to brace himself. Right? Even though he has a seatbelt, he's still a little. It's like when you're on a roller coaster upside down. He's using an extra hand or extra limb to keep himself in place as the other hand's typing on the console.
You're like reaching out to the co-pilot area,
Yeah.
like stretching one toe, holding on.
And
Yeah.
his head is thinking, we're hiring a co-pilot.
Now, do you want to do any maneuvers? Because in order to get away, you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna increase
move.
speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would strain the ship.
You would.
I mean, yeah, because we can get it the hell out of here. So I'm gonna strain it by 2. So we're at 14. We definitely cannot get hit by anything else.
This is going better than I thought it would.
We had a rough start,
We had a very rough
and
start.
pieces of the ship are in fact flying off
Yeah,
as we speak.
yeah.
But they're non-essential parts. It's like the toilet. Just fly back. We don't need that. Well, I mean, you don't.
I don't.
I could just do it in the cargo bay. It's fine.
Oh, that's failure. Oh, just a wash. It's just a total wash.
Wow. That's the second time that happened.
Yeah. Well, having those shields, that definitely helps.
Thank you, baby space Jesus.
You see something coming out again, like it looks like energy for sure, but it's sort of like a spiky sunbursty looking energy thing rather than the lines of laser fire. This is an ion torpedo that's firing out at you. However, it fires wide as you are like flipping around and putting your shields over, totally misses you, and that's going to be their turn. Is PC slot.
You're up.
All right. So Elo is going. Well, I mean, do I have to get to the other turret?
I'm going to say you're going to have to take 2 maneuvers to get in, get it down from where you are and situated into the thing. So you could take another 2 strain and use your maneuvers to get to the gun and shoot it in this turn.
I'd say we'll be okay. You don't have to get there.
I'm doing it.
Oh, God.
I'm doing it. Elo doesn't want the ship to get any more hurt.
I love it.
I don't
so they would rather hurt themselves.
Train just went, but it's somewhere on here. So that means I'm down to 5.
Oh, now you're in Beegax territory. This is where I was all of last game, or all of.
So that means
2 games ago.
I'm in the new.
Yes.
Turret. Okay.
And tell me what that looks like. Do you slide down a ladder? Do you just drop? And...
I kind of picture it sort of as a drop because it's they would be one on top of the other.
Yes.
And in order to get up into this thing, I had said that she was like lifted into it, or they were lifted into it. So I sort of imagine that being that it's broken, Ella would jump out of it and just fall into. It would probably look as though they were sliding down like a wall into the next turret as it was flipping over because gravity is all wonky right now, and we'll just like buckle in and start to fire.
Gotcha.
No aiming though.
I can't aim
because you were like suffering this strain and you're like basically falling into this seat. I'm gonna flip a dark side
to keep it red.
Why you keep doing?
Okay.
So a purple, a red,
a purple,
3
a red,
green,
3 green, and a black.
Oh my! It's like the whole rainbow of the bad dice.
No.
1
failure and 1 not disadvantage, whatever else. It's
threat.
Threat.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah, you miss with the guns. I think Elo goes to a control panel of this to try and like reroute power, basically to pour all the power into the other guns that you have here, since the other ones have like shut down. And in doing so, this 1 threat is an additional system strain onto the ship as you're like, basically overloading these guns to try and like get them online.
Just 1.
Just 1.
That's still very painful.
I'm sorry.
Our system strain's getting very close to our whole damage number.
And then it is
little boy.
Baby
shark.
Yeah, baby shark.
I like to think that there's this meter in the cockpit, and it's just like both lights are like there's a red one and a blue one, and they're both dropping. And it's just
like slowly, like systems 70%.
Systems was 100 for a while.
So it's 2 success and a threat. I'm gonna say that threat is again them like losing speed on this. There's a lot of skirmish going on very close to where they are, and they're having to maneuver. They're having to maneuver around 2 ships bigger than them, so they drop down to 1 speed again, trying to move around, but they do fire off their lasers on you for 8.
Another 4. Okay, we can't get hit anymore.
Okay.
We're at 6. We're at
done getting hit.
we're at 8, so we can get hit twice.
You feel like you have a pretty good path away from this if you can get the speed to do it.
We are going to punch it. The ship's upside down. Beegax still piloting. He knows Elo's in the other cannons, and I would say there's some sort of indicator like power is being rerouted and failing. And he, in his head, he knows like this is it. And they clear the big ship, and he puts in the coordinates for whatever local dock. And
I think it's just head to the planet.
Okay,
like that's all. You're stretched out across this console. Like it's just head to the big ball.
Then we're going up 2 speeds, so taking 2 system strain to 10, almost 50%, just like at 55% systems capabilities. And Beegax knows this, and he just gets the, what did you call it?
Thruster
thingy, which is the throttle, and he just punches it. Just takes off while upside down.
Make me one more piloting check. And this is going to be 2 red, 1 purple.
I'm gonna use a light side.
Do it.
Strap in, droid.
That's 5.
5 failures.
So
Oh no!
1 despair, 2 advantage.
Oh man, this is bad news.
The thruster thingy falls off.
We're not getting off Socorro for a long time.
Nope.
We're gonna be here for a while.
We gotta fix this ship,
Yeah.
dude.
I think what it is you just punch it to max speed to get away from these ships and out of this asteroid field. The thrusters turn on, like that blue energy is just coming out. You go flying upside down and spinning through this asteroid field. We see in the background the other ships just sort of like spinning around, and you're just glancing off of asteroids, ice, rock. They're all hitting. This is a messy punch it.
Very similar to the last one.
You take another 4 damage to the hull. To the hull, yeah. As all of these rocks are just like, one hits the cockpit shield and there's like a crack. And as Beegax is looking at it, like just trying to get it through, and then you guys go punching out of the asteroid field into clear stars and the planet Socorro getting larger as you escape this ambush. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crit, Empire's Edge. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by giving us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's a simple thing that will really help us grow the show, and we love to read your feedback. For more information about the show, visit @RespectTheCrit on Twitter and Instagram. Beegax is played by Alex Herrera, who you can find on Twitter @AEHerrera or on his Twitch channel, WadeWolf10. Elo is played by Jamie Lee-Bonés, who you can find on Instagram @jamielee.bones. I'm Ian Duncan, your GM and MC, and you can find me @idunks on Twitter and Instagram. The original music featured in the show is provided with permissions by a variety of artists and are linked in the show notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to check out more of their work and tell them how much you like the show. The Star Wars role-playing system and books are published by Fantasy Flight Games. And remember, whatever the system, whether it's a miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.
I get very anti-crowd, especially like in grocery stores. I hate that shit. Ever since the movie The Mist, like I do not want to be in a grocery store with lots of people.
Yeah, good point.
Ever since The Mist, I don't trust a grocery
I've been traumatized.
Yeah. I'm carrying around this trauma where it's just going to find a bunch of fucking alien monsters are going to pop out in it.
Giant spider thing.
Oh man.